today. From Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Buffalo Bills taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
How about 54 touchdown passes in 2 full seasons at the University of Wyoming? Coming out of a junior college, I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 20.
Singletary, the ball carrier. Chase Winovich.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And 8 at the 27-yard line.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 16 carries, 58 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. This is Hunt, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second and 12. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Here's Hayne to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Howard on the coverage.
To throw again, Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll look to run with Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From midfield, here's Tua. And that's incomplete.
Tunga Bailoa's pass. Thrown to the sideline.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Tunga Bailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down, Miami.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his key.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
20-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen, and he's able to find Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. To just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that.
Devontae Parker, the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, G, get off the field. 552. Here we go.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold. Hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Terry incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. To just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Tua. Gives this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This is Hunt. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Alvin Kamara leading the charge on the ground. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. 35-3, the final score. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 23-17, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sullivan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Miami.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Tua to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Bills 17.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Wood. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Allen escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
He's
with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Bass on for the extra point.
And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
To Travis Kelce.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing.
Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Travis Kelce.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Tua Tagovailoa sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Parker, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run the option, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Bills are going to get the football back.
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
10-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's good.
A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's good.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
This is Wood. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. And you got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Schmidt, they're thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Schmidt. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The quick slant caught. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Sets him up. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Miami.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is good. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.